So we spend a ton of time and energy trying to optimize our waking hours, right? But what if one of the biggest dangers to our health is actually happening while we're asleep? We're talking about light. And not just the big stuff, like street lamps, but all the little lights from the devices surrounding us. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why sleeping with the lights on might just be your body's hidden enemy.
I know, it sounds kind of crazy, right? How could something as tiny as the charging light on your phone possibly be doing any real harm? Well, the science is pretty clear on this one, and the answer is a big, resounding yes. And it's all because that little pinprick of light is sending a very powerful and very wrong message straight to your brain.
To really get why this is happening, we've got to look at our body's ancient, built-in timekeeping system. Think of it like a master clock that's been hardwired into us for millions of years, and it runs on a surprisingly simple signal. And that signal is just this. Light means day, and darkness means night. That's it. For pretty much all of human history, this was a perfect system. Light told our brains it was time to be awake, to be alert, to go find food, and darkness was the cue to rest, to repair, and to recover. This rhythm is literally the foundation of our health. This whole internal program is called your circadian rhythm. You can think of it as the master clock in your brain that keeps all the other little clocks in your body on the same schedule. The clocks in your liver, your immune system, all of them. And the one thing that sets this master clock every single day? It's light. The big problem now is that our modern world is constantly feeding this ancient clock really confusing signals. So what happens when that master clock gets confused? Well, it starts flipping the wrong chemical switches at totally the wrong time. And that creates this huge cascade of hormonal disruption that basically puts your body at war with itself.
This right here shows that biological tug-of-war perfectly. Over on the left, in total darkness, your body is making tons of melatonin, that's the time for sleep hormone, while your stress hormone, cortisol, is nice and low. But look at the right side. The moment you introduce light, the whole script flips. Melatonin production gets shut down, and cortisol starts to climb, putting your body on high alert right when it should be powering down. So here's the key point. Light doesn't just make it a little harder to fall asleep. It actively shuts down melatonin, which is like the starter pistol for all of our nightly repair processes. And at the exact same time, it's jacking up cortisol, keeping you stressed, and it even lowers the growth hormone you need to repair your body. It's literally like you're hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. Now, all this hormonal chaos has a direct and immediate impact on how well you're actually resting. So even if you think you slept straight through the night, that light in your room is constantly chipping away at your sleep quality, and you definitely pay the price for it the next day.
Here's how it works. Light, even really dim light, causes something called microarousals. These are tiny little awakenings, so short you don't even remember them in the morning. And get this, it happens even when your eyes are closed. Your brain's light detectors are just that sensitive. These little arousals are constantly pulling you out of that deep, restorative sleep you need.
And this shows you exactly what happens. Because of those microarousals, you just don't spend enough time in the most important stages of sleep. You get way less deep sleep, which is for physical repair, and less REM sleep, which is for your brain, for memory, for emotions. And instead, you're stuck spending way more time in that less restful, light sleep stage.
Does any of this sound familiar? This is exactly why you can get a full 8 hours of sleep but still wake up feeling totally groggy and out of it. That fragmented sleep directly messes with your attention, your focus, and your ability to make good decisions. That brain fog you feel, it's not just in your head. It's a real consequence of your brain not getting the deep rest it was craving. But it's not just about feeling foggy the next day. Over time, keeping your body in this constant state of low-grade alert has some serious long-term effects on your physical health.
You can think of it like a chain reaction. You get exposed to light at night, that keeps your nervous system, your whole fight-or-flight system, switched on. That, in turn, keeps your heart rate higher than it should be all night long, which prevents your heart and your entire cardiovascular system from getting the deep rest it needs to recover.
You see, one of the most important things that's supposed to happen during sleep is a healthy drop in your blood pressure. It's called nocturnal dipping. It's basically your entire cardiovascular system taking a much-needed break. But light at night gets in the way of this, and over the long haul, that is directly linked to a higher risk for high blood pressure and heart disease. Your heart is basically working a night shift it was never supposed to have.
And the risks don't even stop there. I mean, this is a really powerful statement. Chronic circadian disruption,
which is exactly what we're talking about. Repeated exposure to light at night is taken so seriously that the World Health Organization actually classifies it as a probable carcinogen. This isn't just about feeling tired anymore. This is about your fundamental long-term health.
Okay, so that was a lot of pretty heavy information, right? But here's the really good news. The solution is incredibly simple, and it's something you have complete control over. We just need to give our bodies what they've been expecting for millions of years. So, let's talk about the prescription.
If you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. We have to stop thinking of darkness as just nothing, an absence of light. It's not. It is an active and essential ingredient for our health. It's a biological signal that kicks off a whole chain of repair and recovery processes that our bodies absolutely need.
But okay, what if you absolutely have to have some light at night? Maybe a night light for the kids or for the bathroom. Well, it turns out the color of that light matters a lot. As you can see here, blue and white light are the worst offenders. They basically scream, hey, it's daytime at your brain and crush melatonin production. Red or amber light, though, has a much smaller impact, which makes it a way safer choice if you can't be in total darkness.
And that's really the bottom line here. You don't need fancy supplements or complicated biohacks. One of the most powerful, simple, and science-backed things you can do for your health is just to make your bedroom as dark as you possibly can. So tonight, when you go to bed, take a look around your room. What tiny little light can you cover up to give your body the darkness it's crying out for?